What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, January 24th, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Star Wars Episode 8 has been titled The Last Jedi, Disney and Lucasfilm said Monday. The studios noted in a statement on StarWars.com, "We have the greatest fans in this or any other galaxy. In appreciation of the fans, we wanted them to be the first to know that the title of the next chapter in the Skywalker saga is Star Wars The Last Jedi." The film was written and directed by Rian Johnson and produced by Kathleen Kennedy and Ram Bergman, with Jason McGatlin, Tom Kurnatsky, and The Force Awakens helmer J.J. Abrams serving as an executive producers. An official logo featuring the new title was also released on Twitter. The Jedi in the title seemingly refers to the series' hero Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, and or the new protagonist Rey, played by Daisy Ridley. Most of the cast from The Force Awakens will be returning, including John Boyega as Finn, Oscar Isaac as Poe, Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, Lupita Nyong'o as Maz Kanata, Gwendoline Christie as Captain Phasma, Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, Andy Serkis as the Supreme Leader Snoke, and Benicio del Toro in an undisclosed role. Carrie Fisher will also be returning as General Leia Organa, as the actress finished filming the project before her death in December. In March, Driver noted the script they've come up with is really great. Warner Brothers has released an action-packed trailer for its upcoming medieval epic, King Arthur: The Legend of the Sword, starring Charlie Hunnam as the titular monarch. Directed by Guy Ritchie, the film stars Jude Law, Eric Bana, Astrid Burgess Frisbee, Jimon Hinisu, and Aidan Gilliam. It's set for release on May 12. The studio describes the movie in a press release as an iconoclastic take on the classic Excalibur myth, tracing Arthur's journey from the streets to the throne. The synopsis says, when the child Arthur's father is murdered, Victor Gurin, Arthur's uncle, seizes the crown. Robbed of his birthright and with no idea who he truly is, Arthur comes up the hard way in the back alleys of the city. But once he pulls the sword from the stone, his life is turned upside down, and he is forced to acknowledge his true legacy, whether he likes it or not. The 45-second clip has already gotten 400,000 views since it was released Sunday. The trailer shows characters diving off a cliff, fist fighting, and riding horses, as well as armies clashing. Karen Gillan says there's more to her revealing Jumanji costume than meets the eye. The 29-year-old actress insisted in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter that there is a valid reason why her character is wearing a crop top and short shorts in a promo for the new movie. Gillian admitted, I experienced something similar when I was working on Doctor Who, and there was such an uproar about my costume when that was first revealed, so I thought it was happening all over again. She says, I have to say, I've never taken on a role that was truly gratuitous for no reason. There's a really valid reason why she's wearing that, and my character is really not happy about it. Fans had voiced their dismay over Gillian's outfit after the promo image was released in September. The star promised her Twitter followers at the time that the story behind her skimpy costume would eventually come to light. She tweeted, Jumanji, yes, I'm wearing child-sized clothes, and yes, there is a reason. The payoff is worth it. I promise, #Jumanji. Jumanji co-stars Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Nick Jonas. It opens in theaters December 22nd. Johnson says in August that the movie will be a sequel to the 1995 film of the same name starring late actor Robin Williams. He clarified this movie will not be a remake or a reboot of the original. It will be a continuation of the awesome Jumanji adventure 20 years later. Gillian is best known for playing Amy Pond on Doctor Who and Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. She will reprise Nebula in the forthcoming movies Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Avengers Infinity War. Zoolander 2 and Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice led the field when the 37th Annual Razzle Awards nominations were announced Monday. The fashion-themed action comedy, which is up for 9 prizes, and the epic Clash of the Superheroes, which is nominated for 8, are both competing for Worst Picture and Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel. The Razzles recognize the critically panned pictures and box office duds of the previous year. The CW's upcoming musical crossover between The Flash and Supergirl has received an official premiere date. The two-part event, which will feature the cast of both superhero programs performing musical numbers, will kick off at the end of the March 20th episode of Supergirl and conclude on the March 21st edition of The Flash, according to Variety. The majority of the musical numbers are set to take place on The Flash, an episode titled Duet, and will feature singing from leads Grant Gustin, who plays Barry Allen, and Melissa Benoist, who plays Kara Zor-El, both former stars of Glee. Co-stars Jesse L. Martin, Victor Garber, Carlos Valdos, Jeremy Jordan, and John Barrowman will also be joining in on the musical fun. First announced in August, executive producer Greg Berlanti had hinted that the episodes would both feature one original song. The Late Show star Stephen Colbert is to host the 69 Primetime Emmy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles. CBS and the Television Academy announced Monday. The gala honoring excellence in television is to air live on the network on September 17th. Jack Sussman, the Executive Vice President of Specials, Music, and Live Events for CBS Entertainment, said in a statement, "We're excited to kick off the new season and celebrate the top achievements in television with Stephen Colbert as the host of the Primetime Emmys. Stephen is the ultimate master of ceremonies with award-winning creative talents, and as we've seen in the past few months, he has a fearless passion for live television. We look forward to honoring television's best while entertaining audiences with the creative energy and sharp comedy of Stephen Colbert." Television Academy Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Jaime Washington added, "We're thrilled that Stephen Colbert will be bringing his Emmy-winning comedic talents to hosting this year's Emmy Awards. He's a formidable showman, and we're delighted to begin working with him and the entire CBS team." Colbert promised this will be the largest audience to witness an Emmys, period, both in person and around the globe. Nina Dobrev celebrated her 28th birthday at a La La Land themed party over the weekend. The Vampire Diaries alum rang in the occasion with professional dancers Derek and Julianne Hough, actors Aaron Paul and Glenn Powell, and other friends at a bowling alley Saturday in Los Angeles. Dobrev and her guests wore classic old Hollywood-inspired outfits as a nod to La La Land. Derek and Julianne Hough went all out by dressing up as Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone's characters from the movie. Derek captioned a photo of himself and Julianne on Instagram. La La Land at Jules Huff is the modern-day Ginger Rogers, pure talent. At Nina Dobrev birthday, #golden age, #family, #talent. Dobrev herself shared several pictures from the bash, including a group photo of herself with the Huffs and Paul. She also posted a snapshot of herself and Powell mimicking a scene from La La Land. She wrote, "We went back in time, celebrated my birthday in the beautiful city we love and live in, #La La Land." La La Land follows the romance between Mia, played by Emma Stone, an inspiring actress, and Sebastian, played by Ryan Gosling, a jazz pianist. The movie won 7 awards at the Golden Globe Awards this month and will be competing for 11 at the British Academy Film Awards in February. Dobrev is known for playing Mia Jones on Degrassi, The Next Generation, and Elena Gilbert on The Vampire Diaries. She last starred in Triple X, Return of Xander Cage, which co-starred Vin Diesel, and opened in theaters on Friday. Personal shopper and Twilight star Kristen Stewart is to make her Saturday Night Live debut as guest host on the February 4th edition of the sketch comedy show in New York. Alicia Cara will provide the musical entertainment for the episode. 30 Rock alum and Donald Trump impersonist Alec Baldwin will return for SNL for his record-breaking 17th time as host on February 11th. Ed Sheeran will be the musical guest for that evening. Fox News has decided not to renew the contract of political commentator and actress Stacey Dash, confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter, citing a representative from Fox News. The decision to part ways with Dash was made last fall. The 50-year-old actress, best known for her role in 1995's Clueless, joined the cable news network in 2014 and was primarily seen on afternoon discussion programs Outnumbered. She was last seen on air in September. Dash's exit comes as Fox News has decided not to renew contracts for a number of their contributors, including political commentator George Will, Republican strategist Ed Rollin, journalist Marvin Caleb, and radio commentator Carl Thomas. Will had feuded with Bill O'Reilly and decided to leave the Republican Party in June of 2016 because of Donald Trump. The president wrote on Twitter at the time, "George Will, one of the most overrated political pundits who lost his way long ago, has left the Republican Party. He's made many bad calls." Former first daughter Chelsea Clinton defended new first son Barron Trump on social media following the inauguration. The 36-year-old daughter of former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton wrote on Twitter Sunday, Barron Trump deserves the chance every child does to be a kid. She continued, standing up for every kid also means opposing at POTUS policies that hurt kids. Chelsea's comments are seemingly in response to social media users who continually poke fun at Barron over the week as his father Donald Trump was sworn into office. In a series of posts on Instagram, Modern Family star Julie Bowen joked about Barron's demeanors and facial expressions during the inauguration alongside screenshots of the 10-year-old at the event. The actress wrote alongside a photo of Barron looking down, I think Barron is on his Game Boy. Can't say I blame him. Barron, a voting majority shares your horror. Hashtag Barron president. She continued in the second post that featured the boy holding his head with both his hands. She said, when your dad is bopping his head to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, hashtag dad shame. Bowen was criticized for her post, with one user writing on Twitter, why would you choose to focus on a child? What if the son was one of your own? To which he replied, I love that Barron is just being a kid. My kids would be a horror show at a public event, just trying to keep it light. One tweet about Barron that was deleted and faced heavy backlash came from Saturday Night Live writer Katie Rich, who wrote, Barron will be this country's first homeschool shooter. Her Twitter account was sent to private afterwards. Expected parents Josh Altman and Heather Bayou celebrated at their baby shower over the weekend. The 37-year-old million-dollar listing star and 31-year-old real estate agent were fiat by family and friends ahead of the birth of their first child, a daughter they will plan to name Alexis. Altman wrote on Instagram, so excited to welcome our baby girl, Alexis Carey Altman, only 9 weeks away, hashtag baby Alexis, hashtag baby shower, hashtag welcome baby Alexis, at the Heather Altman. Altman and Bayou married in Aspen, Colorado in April after getting engaged in 2013. The couple announced Bayou's pregnancy in September and told Bravo's Daily Dish the same month that they are thrilled to be having a daughter. Bayou gushed, we're so excited about having a baby girl. Our guts just told us boy, so finding out it was a girl was a complete surprise and amazing one at that. She added, my mom and I are very close, and I was her mini-me. I walked, talked, and dressed just like her, and I can't wait to have my own mini-me, my own built-in bestie. Josh is excited to have a daughter. He's going to spoil her rotten. Altman has starred in million-dollar listings since season 4, with Bayou also appearing in season 8. The Bravo series follows the professional and personal lives of a group of real estate agents as they sell high-end properties in the Los Angeles area. Gavin Rossdale says he never intended to divorce Gwen Stefani. The 51-year-old Bush frontman discussed his painful split from Stefani and their subsequent shared focus on their 3 children in an interview with The Sun published Sunday. He told the publication, divorce was completely opposite to what I wanted, but here we are, apart from death. I think divorce is one of the hardest, most painful things to go through. Rossdale and Stefani split in August 2015 amid rumors the singer had cheated with their nanny. The couple were married nearly 13 years and shared sons Kingston 10, Zuma 8, and Apollo 2. Rossdale says the one thing, the only good thing, because everything else is not good, is we care about the children. It's all about them. So we do everything to make this life change as seamless as possible. He added of Stefani, we had 20 years together, and that in itself is pretty incredible. It's a lifetime. I still think she's incredible. It was a lovely 20 years, and we have 3 children, amazing children. There are a lot of positives, and with time, they'll become more and more obvious. Rossdale has shared similar sentiments about his kids in an interview with the Sunday Times in October. He says at the time that he had enough of a fan and media attention to his divorce and simply focus on his kids. He said at the time, it's like enough already. I've got to move on. Everyone has to move on. Somehow you have to put one foot after the other and make it happen. He also added, for me, it's just thinking about my sons and how to prioritize them. I have an incredible life with them, and that's what matters. You can't keep up with all the vitriol. Just don't get into all that. Rossdale and Stefani finalized their divorce in July. Stefani's presently dating country star and the voice coach Blake Shelton, who gushed about her at the 2017 People's Choice Awards last week. Sprint is set to acquire a 33% stake in Jay-Z's struggling music streaming service Tidal. Announced Monday, the deal is part of a partnership between the two companies, which will allow Sprint to offer its customers exclusive content to those who subscribe to Tidal. Sprint CEO Marcelo Claro said in a statement, the passion and dedication that these artist owners bring to fans will enable Sprint to offer new and exciting customers access to exclusive contents and entertainment experiences in a way no other service can. Tidal noted on Twitter alongside a graphic featuring a turntable with the company's logo side by side, "We'll do great things at Sprint and can't wait to share our exclusive experiences with their 45 million customers." Launched in March of 2015, Tidal was bought by Jay-Z for $56 million and was announced as a streaming platform where the artists have a majority stake in the company. It's prominently boasted having the highest percentage of royalty payments than any other service. In September, the service was reported to have been losing $2.3 million a month and had failed to compete with competitors Spotify and Apple Music, which was once rumored to acquire the service. Jennifer Lopez spent some quality time with her twins in the studio Saturday. The 47-year-old singer shared a photo of an Instagram of herself kissing 8-year-old daughter Emmy and son Max while recording her new Spanish-language album. She captioned, "Oh yeah, #coconut sandwich, #mybabies, #love." Lopez shared her children with ex-husband Mark Anthony, whom she split in 2011 after 7 years of marriage. Anthony and his Magnus Media company will develop and executive produce Lopez's new album with Sony Music Latin. Lopez said in a statement in October, "I'm so excited and really looking forward to this new musical journey and to celebrate my Latin roots with Mark Anthony and the Sony Magnus family." Anthony added, "It is an honor to welcome Jennifer to the Magnus family. I'm looking forward to our creative collaboration to be part of continuing her musical legacy." Anthony filed for divorce from third wife Shannon DeLima in December, while Lopez is rumored to be dating Drake. She and the rapper were first linked after sharing a cozy selfie December 11th and were spotted kissing at a winter dinner on December 29th. Source told Us Weekly last week Drake has been hanging out at Jennifer's new house in Bel Air. He has been there several times and is getting to know her kids. The Insider added, "They all have a lot of fun together. Her kids really like him, and they know all of his songs. They like having him around. Drake loves seeing Jennifer in mom mode." Pop music icons Rod Stewart and Cyndi Lauper have announced plans for an 18-city concert tour beginning in Florida July 6. Produced by Live Nation, the tour will include stops in New York, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, and Texas. The artists are scheduled to promote the show on Today and Watch What Happens live on Wednesday and Access Hollywood on Friday. The day tickets go on sales. The press release noted, Stewart and Lauper have been awarded nearly every industry award and honor for their incomparable catalog of hits and activism, among them Grammy and American Music Awards, 2 inductions into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the ASCAP Founder Award for Songwriting and a Knighthood for Lauper, for Stewart, and an Emmy and Tony Award for Lauper. Stewart tweeted, "Oh, get ready to get loose with me and special guest at Cyndi Lauper on this tour this year, Rod." And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1967, Aretha Franklin's career is reborn. Respect, Chain of Fools, and You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman are the passionate gospel-charged classics with which Aretha Franklin is most closely associated. They are enormous career-defining hits that earned her a universal and eternal acclaim as the Queen of Soul, among other more formal honors. While some fans may not realize, however, it's that when Aretha recorded those hits, she was already 10 years in a professional career that would have been defined very differently had it ended before January 24th, 1967. That was the date on which Aretha Franklin's career was effectively reborn in a historic recording session at Muscle Shoals Sound Studios in Sheffield, Alabama. The road to Muscle Shoals led through Columbia Records, where Aretha Franklin languished for 6 years without a breakthrough hit. Worse than that, Aretha's recordings from 1960 to 1966 showed almost no hint of her roots in gospel music. Columbia Records was as mainstream as Main Street can get in the 1950s and 60s, and their goal was to cast Aretha as an all-around pop entertainer in the mold of Johnny Mathis. The head of Columbia, Mitch Miller, was the man who nurtured the recording career of Doris Day, who passed on signing Buddy Holly, and who led millions of Americans through songs like Be Kind to Our Wed-Footed Friends on his Pearl Karaoke television show Sing Along with Mitch. Under Miller's guidance, the closest Aretha came to pop success was with the song Rockabye Baby, Your Baby with the Dixie Melody in 1961. When her contract with Columbia expired, Aretha Franklin made the pivotal decision to sign with Atlantic Records, label that introduced the world to Ray Charles, Ruth Brown, Big Joe Turner, Laverne Barker, and the Drifters. Atlantic's Jerry Wexler knew the direction he wanted Aretha to go, and he sent her to Sheffield, Alabama as a first step. It was there that she recorded the blues ballad I Never Loved a Woman the Way I Never Loved a Man the Way I Loved You, backed by the now legendary Muscle Shoals rhythm section. With the lush production Columbia had forced upon her stripped away, Aretha Franklin finally began sounding like Aretha Franklin. Aretha would say later years of the career transformation that began at Muscle Shoals Sound Studios on this day in 1967. They made me sit down at the piano, and the hits came. And as your entertainment report for Tuesday, January 24th, 2017, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.